You ready? Okay. All right, let him go.
Okay, my name is Chris Clogg, and my speech for today is how to go wade fishing on the Galveston beaches, which a lot of you might not have tried it. You're used to going to the lake, you're used to fresh water, I understand that. And you've been to the beach, and there's all these negative things about the beach. There's sea creatures, it's salty, it's, you know, but it's fun going to the beach. And so this is something you can do in addition to just going down there and looking around and going swimming. So anyway, this is what you're looking at as far as a beach. Everybody knows what a beach looks like. And yes, you do have waves, but when you go fishing, you'll be watching the weather. So you get to learn some knowledge about different conditions that you do before, you know, that you look at before you go down there and take your fishing stuff with you. So why should you go surf fishing as opposed to other kinds of fishing? Well, it's there's an economical component to it. One day you might be a young married couple, you know, and you never know what you're going to do 10 years from now. You go, well, I don't like the salt water. 10 years from now, you don't know what, you might change your taste. So this will give you an economical option. If you're a young married couple and you got kids, you can go down to Galveston with your family. You can take relatives. That would reduce the cost if you took more people with you. And you can go to the beach, and then while the kids are swimming, you can fish. And one of the things I wanted to point out is when you're fishing, you don't want to fish around people that are swimming. So like when you're wading out, you go down over here, and the kids are back over here. So you know. Well, actually, the fish get scared if they hear too much noise going on. So that's a good reason. And plus, you don't want to hook somebody. So another reason is, okay. Now here's what people do when they go to the beach and go fishing. This is what you mainly catch. These are called speckled trout. This is a big one, okay? Most of the time they're like around 3 pounds. And this is the kind of the attire you would wear when you go wade fishing. The main point is like he has this fishing belt. This is something you can get at Academy. And it has a stringer to hold your fish. And it has pliers. And it might have some extra lures. And there's your fishing pole. It's a bait cast reel. So it's different than a big surf. You don't need a big surf rod or anything like that. You're going to go when the conditions are calm. So, and you use artificial lures. I'm not into live bait. You don't need live bait. You can go to Academy and ask a knowledgeable salesperson to help you with that. So another economical reason is that you don't. Oh, if you're a family, I didn't want to forget that. So if you're a young family, it's fun to go to the beach and you have a lot of fun. And then you don't need a boat because boats are expensive. And let's say you're a young family, you're not rich, but you don't want to sit and watch TV every weekend, and you get tired of going to the lake. So, I mean, boats are really great. I love boats. I think this is a tuna.
It's a blue bottom.
Well, I think they caught it on a bait cast reel. So that's like a rod and reel kind of deal. Yeah.
I don't want a big fish. That's a little bit big.
Well, you're going to be using a lot lighter tackle. It's like 16-pound test, and I don't know what they were using. But
for the other fish.
Boats are very expensive to buy and maintain. And I'm not against boats, but they're just expensive. Now, if you have a setup like this, where you have a carport and everything, someplace to store it, but then there's also the question of how often you're going to use it. So I suggest taking your friends to the boat show and get them to buy a boat. And if you do buy a boat, don't ever buy a new one. Buy a used one. So, right here. They're great to have if you have a place to put them. So, another point, an economical point, is seafood. We all go to the grocery store and we look at the cost of seafood. It's expensive, you know, $12 a pound. And I can't hardly eat it because I'm used to eating fresh fish that I caught. And there's a big difference in the taste. Even though it tastes okay, there is a huge difference if you catch it yourself, how much fresher it actually tastes. So there's the expense involved in that. And then we go to an overall view. This is a map of Galveston. And most people go to East Beach where it's really crowded. Well, you don't want to go there. You want to go where it's less populated. So down here is the west end of Galveston. That's where I always go fishing. West Bay. Yeah, West Bay's behind here. So you take your family, come down 45, you go that way, you go west towards San Luis Pass. And on the west end, there's camping, there's a state park. You can go camping, it's really nice. And this is kind of what it would look like from an aerial view. So, I've got 2 minutes.
Yep, long time ago.
Oh, man. Okay, so it's rewarding, it's adventurous. You gain knowledge about the ecosystem, you learn all kinds of stuff about the water and the weather conditions. That's it. Thank you. That's not enough time.
Do you count that over 6?
No, he was done.